Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver a lesson for class 12th, subject zoology. Today we will discuss a very important topic and a very interesting topic which is very important so far your examinations are concerned. The topic is cancer and its types. Now, first of all, we will understand what is a cancer. Cancer is basically a complex group of diseases caused by uncontrolled or unwanted growth and division of cells. And the study of these cancers is called oncology. Now, these cancers are most dreadful diseases and which are a major cause of death all over the world. Now, so far the mechanism of this cancer is concerned, how these cancers are caused, we will go back to our classes of previous year. For instance, you have studied about the cell division, because the cancer is actually related to the cell division. In cell division, you have studied about mitosis and meiosis. And during mitosis, the cells divide, leading to the growth of the cells, somatic body cells. And we also know that these normal cells have a limited lifespan. They are usually replaced by new cells through cell division and cell differentiation. That is, a cell is formed, it grows by cell division, and after a definite lifespan, the cell dies. But what happens in cancer? Actually, this mitosis becomes uncontrolled. These cells which are formed due to the uncontrolled mitotic divisions abnormally actually don't have a definite lifespan. Basically, they continue to divide repeatedly, and in this way these cancer cells are immortal because they continuously divide, leading to the production of new growth or neoplasia. And normal cells have a limited lifespan, and therefore they are also replaced by new cells through cell division, and their production is regulated in such a manner that the number of a given cell type remains nearly constant. Now, you know that this mitosis is a highly ordered and controlled mechanism in which the cell division is regulated through various signals which induce the start of the cell division, and also through various signals the cell division can stop, for instance through contact inhibition. So their production is regulated in such a manner that the number of a given cell type remains nearly constant. Now, normal cells show the property called contact inhibition, and due to this contact inhibition, these cells stop dividing further, or they inhibit the uncontrolled growth. Now, the cancer cells basically seem to have lost this property, that is the property of contact inhibition, and these cancer cells do not respond to the normal growth control mechanism. So these cells proliferate or grow in an unregulated manner and form clone of cells or cell mass which can expand irregularly. This uncontrolled growth, also known as neoplasia or new growth, is called tumor or neoplasm. Now, this neoplasm, or these which we also call as tumors, they are broadly of two types. depending upon whether they have a covering or they don't have a covering. If a tumor is having a covering, like in this case, these cancer cells or this new growth remains confined to the local area and they do not invade the adjacent tissues, and such tumors are called as benign tumors, which are actually non-invasive tumors, not dangerous one. But the another type of these tumors is what we call as malignant tumors. As you can see, this cell mass is having no external covering or boundary, so they easily invade the adjacent tissues. And when these cancer cells invade the adjacent tissues, this property is called metastasis. Such tumors are called as malignant tumors or invasive tumors, which are the most dreadful tumors and are actually the cancerous growth that lead to the dreadful cancers. Now, the types of cancers. So far, the types of these cancers are concerned on the basis of tissues where these cancers are actually formed. They are classified into three main types. That is, number one, carcinoma, number second is sarcoma, and number third is leukemia. You must remember these three types of these cancers, malignant cancers. Now, first of all, we will understand about the carcinoma. Now, about 80% of all malignant tumors are carcinomas. Carcinomas are basically formed in epithelial tissues. For example, skin cancers, breast cancers, lung cancers, and cancers of glands, also known as adenocarcinomas, are the most important examples of carcinomas. Now, the second type of cancer is called as sarcoma. It is also a malignant tumor. These are the cancers of actually mesodermal tissues. The mesodermal tissues are those tissues which are derived from the mesoderm. These include bones, cartilages, tendons, adipose tissue, and lymphoid tissue, and they can lead to osteoma, which is actually the bone cancer, or lipomas, which are the cancers of adipose tissue. And another important this sarcoma is the lymphoma, also known as Hodgkin's disease, which is basically the cancer of lymphoid tissues. Now, the third type of this malignant tumors or cancer is what we call as leukemia. Leukemias are commonly called as blood cancers. Now, what is blood cancer actually? It is a malignant progressive disease in which bone marrow and other blood forming organs produce increased number of immature or abnormal leukocytes or white blood cells. These abnormal blood cells actually suppress the production of normal blood cells, leading to anemia and other related symptoms. Now, this was about the cancer and its types. In our next topic, we'll study about the causes, detection and diagnosis, as well as the possible treatment of these cancers. Thank you.